Archangel Michael says, something is moving behind the veil of your reality, something so magnificent that even the skies are standing still. You are standing at the edge of a divine surprise, but before it touches your hands, a spiritual test is quietly unfolding around you. This test is not meant to harm you, but to reveal your deepest strength before your breakthrough erupts into the physical world. There's a silence around you that might feel confusing, almost like everything has paused without reason. But this is the stillness that often comes before the supernatural thunder. You are being watched, not by man, but by the heavens, evaluated with grace and precision for how your soul reacts under hidden pressure. Every delay you've been experiencing isn't random. It's a planned stall, a divine checkpoint to examine your decisions when nothing seems to be moving. You're being asked to continue in faith, to walk forward even when the road isn't lit. A specific person was sent to trigger something inside you recently. Their actions were not accidental, they were chosen as part of your spiritual refinement. Whether they hurt you or challenged you, it was meant to extract something buried within. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You may have been asking why certain things feel like they've been stripped from you when you've been so close. But this is the precise moment when spiritual fire comes in, not to burn you, but to burn off what is no longer allowed in your next elevation. If only you could see what's on the other side of this moment, you would understand why the tension is so thick now. Someone is secretly admiring the way you've handled all this. They've seen your name in a place of prayer or spoken it out in a way that moved angels to attention. There's power gathering around your spirit, and the pressure you feel is evidence that you are one breath away from divine unlocking. You are not forgotten. The delay is not denial. It's development. You're being spiritually weighed, and heaven is watching how you move without applause. Even in your silence, the echo of your endurance is being recorded. There are doors unlocking one after another, but one specific door is sealed until your final test is passed. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. Type Amen to get blessing 119. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, do not let your temporary storm convince you that the forecast of your life has changed. There's still sunshine ahead. You're just passing through the clouds of transformation. There is someone in your circle who was never meant to walk into the next chapter with you. Their energy would contaminate the miracle that's being prepared. That's why you're noticing strange distance, odd behavior, or sudden emotional withdrawal. Be still and observe, for what they don't say speaks louder than their words. You're not being abandoned, you're being separated for preservation. God is isolating your purpose for protection. A person close to you was exposed in a hidden spiritual dimension. Their words and motives were weighed, and a decision was made not to allow them into your breakthrough. You might feel hurt, but this is actually spiritual protection in disguise. Type Amen to get blessing 704. You're standing in a waiting room between preparation and manifestation. Every spiritual muscle you've been building is about to be used. Don't look to the left or right, just keep your focus locked on what you were promised. You've been loyal to your calling even when no one applauded you. That's what this test is about. Will you still remain true when no one sees the sacrifices you make in silence? Will your hands still be open to give when you have barely enough for yourself? These answers are not for anyone to hear but for the heavens to witness. They are the keys that unlock the orchestration of your divine surprise. You are closer than you think, but the enemy has tried to surround you with noise to distract you. There's someone who is going to reach out soon pretending to need help. But they've been instructed spiritually to interrupt your focus. This is another test. Discernment is your greatest tool right now. Type Amen to get blessing 868. You've been sensing things others don't. The chills, the dreams, the moments of sudden intuition, they aren't imaginary. They are signals that your spiritual eyes are waking up. You are passing through a thin spiritual layer where miracles and mistakes can look similar. But those who listen within will see the difference. Your inner voice isn't a whisper, it's the map you're meant to follow. The big surprise coming is something no human can give you. It's wrapped in divine fingerprints, and it carries with it more than just material blessings. It brings honor, restoration, and divine reversal. You are being moved to a higher frequency of purpose. And every person who doubted you will be shocked when they see what was always meant for you appear. But you must remain calm and still, it's part of the test. Type Amen to get blessing 909. Someone is having dreams about you, someone important. They are being stirred spiritually to reach out, but they are hesitating due to fear. Their delay is being overridden by divine push. Soon you will hear something that you were not supposed to find out. It will shake you at first, but then it will make everything clearer. This is another layer of the test. How will you respond when the truth arrives? This truth won't break you, it will awaken you. And your response will shape the direction of your future relationships and open paths you didn't know existed. Stay grounded in peace even when your emotions are screaming. A message is coming through someone you least expect. It may not arrive in the way you hope, but it will carry a secret you've been spiritually needing. Don't miss the moment by overthinking, just receive. Type Amen to get blessing 221. There are two realms watching you. One waits to accuse you. The other waits to crown you. And your next few decisions will tell them who you really are under pressure. This is not a time to chase validation. It is a time to grow deeper roots in your unseen strength. The real reward is not even the surprise, it's the version of you who emerges from this storm. You are not who you were even 6 months ago. All the loss, the shifts, the silence, and the strange timings were part of a calculated transformation. This new you is unstoppable. Archangel Michael says, the enemy tried to delay this with confusion. But now even the enemy is confused. Because you didn't break, even when all signs pointed to collapse. Type Amen to get blessing 446. A letter, a contract, or an invitation is being prepared. It carries your name, your purpose, and your reward. But it will arrive only after the final flame of testing clears your space. God has seen your restraint. You wanted to expose someone. You wanted to retaliate. But you didn't. That silence echoed louder than any scream could. That act of spiritual maturity has accelerated your surprise. What should have taken another year is being pulled into your now. The blessing is not just near, it's starting to walk toward you. Keep your heart humble and your spirit focused. What's coming will be bigger than you imagined, but it won't carry pride, it will carry gratitude. Because deep down, you know what you survived to get here. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There is a spiritual unlocking happening as you read this. Not because of the words, but because of your alignment. Your soul is vibrating with readiness. This is not just another season, it's the fulfillment of layered promises. Things that were spoken over you when you didn't even know your power are now beginning to bloom. You will notice people returning, not to bless, but to cling. Be wise in how you allow them access. Not everyone who comes back deserves a seat in the garden you've nurtured. Your silence was strength. Your waiting was obedience. And now your reward is being organized in the spirit before it touches the earth. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Some angels are working overtime on your behalf. They've shielded you from accidents, delayed you from wrong rooms, and whispered things to protect you from disasters. You weren't being rejected, you were being rerouted. Someone who misjudged you is about to witness the reversal of their opinion in public. What they spoke about you in darkness will now be exposed by light. Not for vengeance, but for restoration. You're not the underdog anymore. Heaven has placed you on a throne of earned favor. And soon, those who overlooked you will have no choice but to acknowledge what God was doing in private. Remain humble, chosen one. The next test is how you carry your crown, quietly or loudly. Choose grace. Type Amen to get blessing 801. Archangel Michael says, the fire was never to destroy, it was to purify. The silence was never to punish, it was to deepen your discernment. And the delay was never to deny, it was to shape your destiny. Your big surprise is not delayed anymore. It is now being aligned with perfect timing. And you, who remained faithful in silence, will be honored in light. You've passed the test, even if you don't realize it yet. And in the coming hours, days, and moments, you'll see what your spirit already knew. That nothing was wasted. Not even the tears. The orchestra has begun, and your name is in the melody. Step forward. Your time is now. Type Amen to get blessing 333. There is a shift in the atmosphere around you, and while it may feel like pressure, it is actually the sound of doors unlocking in the spirit realm. Heaven is making room for something larger than your understanding, and the test was necessary to show that you could carry it without it breaking you. The reward was never in question, the test was always about your readiness. You may not feel ready, but you are. Your scars prove that you've endured, your silence proves that you trusted, and your tears prove that you stayed soft in a hard world. All of these were the secret answers the test required. There is someone who is going to try to return into your life pretending they've changed. But the test has given you eyes to see beyond words. You'll recognize their energy even before they speak, and your spirit will guide you on what to do next. This is no longer a season where you guess what is right. This is a season where knowing will come naturally to you. That's what the test gave you. Spiritual intelligence birthed through pressure. Type Amen to get blessing 624. Something that once embarrassed you is about to be your elevation point. That same situation which once made you feel weak will now be your divine platform. What you thought disqualified you was actually the fire that qualified you. Even your enemies are confused. They did not expect you to survive with grace. They didn't think you would still be standing. But not only are you standing, you're about to rise above what they believed was your limit. A person who once blocked your path is now losing spiritual access to you. This was not by chance but by divine order. Their presence could no longer walk with the version of you that this surprise is being crafted for. There is a location shift coming. This may be literal or energetic, but either way, you are being moved to higher ground. The test was your signal to start letting go of where you've been and to begin embracing where you're being led. Type Amen to get blessing 1022. You are about to see dreams you once shelved begin to wake up again. Things you thought were dead will begin to stir. Opportunities that ghosted you will circle back, but you will now have the wisdom to choose what aligns and what drains. Your patience wasn't weak, it was warfare. Every time you chose to be quiet instead of clap back, the spiritual realm noted it. And now the scales are tipping in your favor. You've been underestimated for so long that even you forgot what you carry. But that's ending. This test was not to humble you but to reintroduce you, to yourself first, and then to the world. Something is being written with your name on it. This surprise will carry recognition. You'll be called into rooms that others tried to keep you out of. But this time, you're being invited by divine command, not human preference. Type Amen to get blessing 442. You have mastered the lesson of surrender. And now, without even trying, things will begin to flow toward you. Because your energy no longer chases, it attracts. This is why the test had to come before the gift. You had to prove that the blessing wouldn't become your distraction. And now that you've passed, the blessing will become your foundation instead. Someone in a high position has seen something that reminds them of you. Your name is circling in spaces you've never walked in. But soon, you will. Do not be surprised when you feel like everything begins happening fast. This is the release phase. This is what silence was building toward all along. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You'll begin to feel sudden waves of peace that make no sense to the world around you. That's the evidence that the battle is no longer yours. Heaven has taken over. Your spiritual test was like a divine court case, and your soul stood before judgment. The verdict is in, you are cleared, prepared, and chosen. Now comes the reward phase. Every night you cried alone is now being exchanged for confirmation in public. The right people are being magnetically drawn to you. Those who are not meant to be there will feel uncomfortable in your glow. And yes, you will glow. People will comment on it. It's not the makeup, it's not the lighting, it's the peace of God that now rests on your presence. Type Amen to get blessing 311. Someone who hurt you deeply will come back with regret, but they're not meant to re-enter your life. Their role was to be a lesson, not a lifetime. The test was not only about who you let in, but about who you now release. Watch how even strangers begin speaking life into you. Their words will sound familiar because they are echoing what God has already spoken over your life. This is spiritual confirmation wrapped in physical form. There is something being orchestrated behind the scenes that you couldn't force even if you tried. Divine timing is at work. The gears are moving, and your name is on the blueprint. You are now entering a zone where things will start happening without your effort. The test was about trust. Now that you've proven yourself, ease will begin replacing exhaustion. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Archangel Michael says, your past cannot hold you anymore. It has lost its grip because your soul no longer identifies with it. You've evolved. You've outgrown what once kept you small. A surprise is not a surprise if you already expect it. That's why it's being hidden in unexpected packages. Something you think is small will open into something huge. Your name has been written in someone's plan. Their path will soon merge with yours, and when it does, you'll realize it had to be delayed for this divine alignment. Nothing has been lost. It was simply being rerouted. You are no longer waiting, you are being revealed. Every part of your journey was sacred, even the parts you wanted to erase. Now they are becoming the pages of your testimony. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There is a strange peace coming to you about something that once made you cry. This is not numbness. It is divine healing. You're being allowed to move on without apology. A celebration is being prepared for you spiritually. Angels are arranging encounters, events, and moments that will mark the turning point of your life. You are being placed in the path of overflow. The very people who doubted your ability to rise will witness your transformation and question their own perception. But don't respond with ego, respond with grace. Let your glow speak for itself. In the next few days, you may feel moments of intense emotion. That's your soul shedding old layers. Don't resist it. Let it go. It means your surprise is closer than you think. Type Amen to get blessing 744. You are more powerful now than you have ever been. Not because of what you own or who praises you, but because of what you've overcome without losing your compassion. That's rare. That's divine. You will wake up soon and feel like something is different, though nothing visible has changed. That's because your energy has shifted. You're already stepping into the next chapter. The surprise is not just one thing, it's a cascade. A blessing in health. A restoration in love. A breakthrough in finances. A wave of alignment across every area of your life. You didn't miss your moment. You were being spiritually matured for it. And now, finally, it is being handed to you with heavenly timing. Type Amen to get blessing 300. The orchestration is complete. The tests are closing. The reward is sealed. You will know it's time not because someone tells you, but because peace will overflow in your soul like never before. That is your divine confirmation. From this point forward, walk differently. Think higher. Speak boldly. Expect more. Because the person who endured all that pain isn't the same one receiving this blessing. You've been reborn. The spiritual test was your silent graduation. And now, your name is being called into divine abundance. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You've passed through fire that few even knew existed. You smiled while your soul bled quietly. You held peace when all you wanted to do was collapse. That's what qualified you for what's coming now. The heavens have reached a verdict. The orchestration of your divine surprise is entering its final phase. The pressure you felt lately wasn't punishment, it was the last tightening before release. Someone's heart is beginning to soften toward you. They are being shown who you truly are in their dreams, in signs, and in moments of quiet. They were once spiritually blocked from seeing your worth, but now their eyes are opening. Your strength is being honored in realms you don't even know exist. Even your ancestors are watching with approval. They've been praying for this moment through generations. You are the fulfillment of a long-awaited promise. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You may notice sudden shifts in your body, your sleep, or your appetite. These are not just physical, they are spiritual alignments. Your vessel is adjusting to the frequency of the surprise being prepared. Every tear you cried has watered a future that is now blooming. You are not behind. You are exactly where you were meant to be. The detours were divine, not accidental. A door is going to open that you didn't knock on. And when it does, you will remember these words. You'll know it wasn't coincidence, it was orchestration. There is someone watching you silently, admiring the way you've handled life's hidden battles. They will soon become a part of your rising. You don't need to chase this connection, it will find you. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. The surprise isn't only a gift, it's a shift. Your entire spiritual location is changing. The favor that once visited occasionally is now becoming your home. Things that once triggered you will now be your testimony. The fear that used to control you will be replaced with a quiet confidence. You are not only being gifted something, you are being upgraded from the inside out. There is an email, a call, or a message coming that will confirm everything. It might appear simple at first, but don't be deceived by the packaging. The weight of it is heavenly. You are walking into a season of unexpected yes. People who said no before will now return with open hands. But remember, not every yes deserves your yes in return. Choose wisely. Type Amen to get blessing 656. Archangel Michael says, the tests were fierce because the blessing is generational. You are not only carrying a breakthrough for yourself but for every soul tied to your lineage. That's why it had to be intense. This blessing was delayed because its impact is designed to ripple through time. You're about to rewrite history. You are not just a receiver, you're a restorer. The alignment is becoming stronger with every passing hour. A silence has wrapped around your life like a spiritual cocoon, but this stillness isn't stagnation. It's the moment before emergence. You felt invisible long enough. But the stage is being prepared now, and the spotlight is being directed toward you, not to glorify you, but to reveal the divine story through you. Type Amen to get blessing 474. Pay close attention to repeating numbers, dreams, and moments of déjà vu. They're not random. They're codes from the divine. You are being whispered to by the realm you used to cry out to. A surprise this grand doesn't show up with noise, it arrives in peace. You'll feel it before you see it. A deep calm will flood your soul moments before the miracle appears. Let go of the urge to announce everything too soon. Some blessings must arrive in silence before they are revealed. The enemy watches noise, but he cannot read peace. Someone who once doubted you will now be your supporter. Not because you convinced them, but because heaven did. This is a reversal designed to reflect your hidden glory. Type Amen to get blessing 292. You may feel the urge to clean, release items, or refresh your space. Follow that urge. It's your spirit preparing your environment for what's coming. The blessing needs a new atmosphere to land. There's a conversation about you that is happening without your knowledge. But this time, it's good. This time, your name is being spoken in honor, not in harm. The person who once ignored your presence will now be guided toward your purpose. Their heart is being shifted. Their spirit is being stirred. But let the divine complete the process, don't interrupt it. Be cautious with sudden friendships right now. Some are divine connections, others are tests disguised as opportunities. Discernment is still required even after the test. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Your elevation will not feel like effort. It will feel like alignment. Things will begin to happen without struggle. People will be placed where they belong, without your control. This next chapter doesn't need force. It needs flow. And you've finally reached that place where you no longer need to push what's already ordained to happen. There's a location, physical or digital, that's going to bring you into contact with someone important. This will not be random. It will be orchestrated perfectly by the divine. A letter, a legal paper, or a financial message is on its way. It is carrying the seal of approval you have been praying for. Get ready to receive without resistance. Type Amen to get blessing 636. You are the calm in the chaos, the chosen one in a sea of noise. And because you chose alignment over attention, you will now receive reward over resistance. Nothing is in your way now but your own doubt. Let it fall. Step fully into this next season with boldness. Heaven has gone ahead of you. Even your enemies will be silenced, not by your words, but by your rising. There will be nothing left for them to speak once they see what God has placed in your hands. The person you once wished would understand you is about to experience revelation. But by the time they do, you will have outgrown the need for their understanding. Type Amen to get blessing 505. You are no longer in the season of proving, you are in the season of becoming. And becoming is quieter, deeper, and more powerful than the world can comprehend. A change in location, role, or identity is about to unfold. You will feel like everything is new because it is. Your name is being carried into rooms you never imagined being invited into. This is your moment of restoration. Not just of what was taken, but of what was always meant for you that got delayed. The delay has expired. Archangel Michael says, you are being rewarded not because you are perfect, but because you remained faithful. And now the heavens are opening above you in response. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Your final confirmation will come through peace, not pressure. You won't need to second-guess this blessing. It will come with clarity, timing, and divine knowing. Stay present. Stay open. Stay humble. The surprise is here, not far off, not distant, not lost. It is unfolding now. In the days ahead, you will look back and realize this was the turning point. The moment where the test ended and the testimony began. You've waited. You've endured. You've passed. Now, receive what was always yours. The orchestration is complete. Your divine surprise is landing. Type Amen to get blessing 1001.